going to say, Julie, you covering music, and then Jason, you with the WNXP music. Nashville's the music city.
Right.
What the hell does that mean?
Depends on who you ask.
But to say, I think all of us have written,
when we say
some version of
it's
history.
It's the home of country music. It's the home of what country? Which countries?
So I moved here in 1993, and to Julie's point, the waves. There's been a few different waves, even just since I've been here. I will admit I was a part of the It City wave in a very direct
Which
way.
one?
The one that helped us get a lot of people here, whether we thought that was going to be that many people or not.
With that festival?
Well, there's the festival part, but even so,
When you have bachelorette parties without what you did.
I was going to say, was the highbrow part?
Don't pin bachelorettes on me.
Patient zero, we can trace it back to Jason.
I don't think that's Jason's fault.
No, that one came along in a separate little thing. But when you ask, what is Music City? I mean, there's the scholarly answers that go back to the Fisk Jubilee Singers, and and there's lots more people who have much better historical reference than me that you can speak to about that. But then there's what Julie said, there's the stories that have been told since then and who's been left out of them. And then the part that I guess I was more directly involved with for a while is that there is a story that is aggressively told every day by millions and millions of dollars by a machine that has been built here, right? And what impact that has. And so where we were, and the we in this case was the mayor's office, the Chamber of Commerce, the tourism folks, and the music industry, realizing and knowing that if all you did was just talk about country music, and very specifically one brand of country music, commercial country music, that you were going to limit actually the number of workers. So a lot of this stuff about It City, I mean, some of these things were very organic. They were naturally happening. Jack White moving to town was not funded by the city,
Right, yeah.
Dan Auerbach.
So far as we know.
Oh, well, ask Jack directly. But it was true. We're all journalists. Now I got to find this source. That's true.
Fact check that.
But Dan Auerbach moving here, the Kings of Leon being based here, a lot of the things that happened in the non-country side during the 2000s were organic, and so a lot of the effort was to try and tell the story, and the chamber was involved because we needed more tech workers. We weren't getting enough. People were choosing Austin or Pittsburgh over Nashville because Nashville was seen as not country. There was this aspect of it's just country music or whatever, and so. That was not a very inclusive conversation. And even how we helped, push some of that. It was an aim, and it was what seemed like a very good aim, and I think some of the aims were good, but it wasn't inclusive. And so what It City meant was a whole lot of, newspaper articles about food and about music and things like that, but it was still just one slice. But, okay, what do we do even internally? How are we telling the story of the city to itself?
There's so much more to explore, and we want you to join us on The Good Road.
For more in-depth content, meet us on the internet at thegoodroad.tv.
Hear more great stories, connect to organizations, and make sure you download our podcast, Philanthropology.